faces, and of course still a chance to get your votes in for who you think will win through the Your Shout vote. Scan that QR code, have your say. Some heavy Nugget supporters tonight.
Yeah, interesting, coming off the season that they had to be such heavy favourites in game one, but you know, revamped roster, returning hometown tall black, Ethan Rusbatch, you know, young gun Zach McKenzie, great to see him out there. Dilworth product, who kind of went over and played in the Big V for a little bit, and now he's getting the opportunity to start this evening. Elaine Lewis and Mike Hen, we haven't spoken about him a lot. Looks like a, never judge a book by its cover in warm-ups, you know, looked like a kind of a big banger, but he was out there with like great footwork, handle, shooting it off the bounce, and we watched a few highlights earlier, so keep an eye on him, the big fella.
Yeah, plenty to look out for here tonight, both the imports and the local talent. Of course, the Sharks are rolling with the solo import that you can see on your screen there, Ryland Jones, as they await Caleb Asbury and still have an import yet to announce. There is your ball girl for the night, standing with some big bodies there. Of course, if you are wanting to see the exclusive access there on TikTok, you can head along to the Sky Sport NZ TikTok. Should have clarified that when I mentioned that. Don't want to rob anyone of the chance of getting to hear us between the breaks. And we are underway. Friday night hoops here in Sal's NBL 2026 season. The Nuggets with the first possession. Buay Tuach in Auckland last year, making the way down south, and that is an early foul.
Bit of a ticky-tack call there on Tukes to start things off, and Zach McKenzie bouncy off the jump ball there, Maya.
He can get up. He can get up. Tuach liking this matchup once again. Hen showing his ability to be a playmaker early.
Yeah, it looks like a very physically imposing guard there. Lewis, obviously against kind of the diminutive Jones, so contrasting styles. And interesting, they're playing Tuach here at the one and Jones off the ball in more of a off-guard position to start things off.
Sharks now the first offensive possession for them. Jones, he's getting active early. Timmins looking to be a playmaker. Here's Jones again. Can't find any success. Dying shot clock, no good, and it's a violation to start things off for the Nuggets.
Oh, and a great set. I mean, you're not going to get a better look than getting it to the biggest guy in the building in the smile, and came up a bit short, but good look for the Sharks to start things off. First position on the walk-up.
Tuach comes off the action there from Hen.
Spoke about that, Maya, just watching warm-ups, how I said, man, if I seen a guard like that down there, I'd be trying to get to that post up straight away, and it looks like that's exactly what Coach Sparrow's lined up for his import Lewis there against Jones down there, smaller Jones, posting him up to start things off. A couple turnovers, though, trying to get that entry in.
Yeah, they haven't had quite the success they wanted on the offensive end to start things off, but done a good job slowing the Sharks down initially as Cooper is off the mark with that one. Nuggets, they've got to watch out for that body.
Hey, and that's where it's going to be this evening. You know, if Sam Timmins can impose himself on those O boards, it's going to be a long night for the Nuggets and enable the Sharks to hang around.
Hen now involved in everything so far. Lewis looking tough out there. We've seen him shoot, we've seen him do it. Can't make it count, Hen, but I think we're going to see plenty more of that.
I mean, the one thing you did see is it looked like they were kind of passive on that on-ball coverage, so he's probably more of a penetrator, I'd guess, taking a look at that than a perimeter player, but it's very early right now. Like Coach Jim said, they're kind of coming in blind, missing a couple of tall blacks, you know, Caleb Asbury, who was one of the better imports or better guards in the entire competition for a group that came runners-up last year in a very hard-fought final against a awesome Saints team that have reloaded again this season.
Yeah, just a 5-point loss. It was an 88-83 win for the Saints in 2025. As 4 points on the board now for the Sharks.
And you can see there Michael Hen's a big guy, and so is Miller Host, but Sam Timmins is just way too big right now for them, just bullying his way to the rim.
Speaking of the devil, there is Joyce with the offensive rebound.
Southland big, they got Max Stoddard, Totuko Wynyard down there, and Ethan Rusbatch gets on the board, turning the corner for the easiest of layups.
first bite of the cherry, really, offensively at all for Rusbatch with that play.
The kind of flow action that Southland played a lot out of in the Rapid League. And like we said, Ryland Jones, knockdown shooter, that's way too easy. Just one more. Rhythm 3, line up, start things off for Southland. Great start.
Yeah, a little flare screen in there for Jones. The Sharks doing a good job getting him open, and that's definitely a shot you want to force if you're the Sharks.
Yeah, a little stagger action there for Ethan, and got it back to Zach McKenzie. Probably not the shot that the Nuggets want right now to start things off. Even though he can shoot that thing. Sorry, Maya.
All right. Timmins rejects it and gives it to Jones. Jones toying with it. Miller Joe's doing a good job stopping the shorter guard, and it's a turnover. Nuggets now off to the races. Definitely a foul there on Tuach. I believe that's going to be on Ryland Jones. It's going on.
Yeah, great active hands at the other end there by Isaac and Miller Joes. And kind of a unorthodox one there. Just kind of like, did he catch his leg when they were running down? Couldn't quite see it, but...
Yeah, let's focus on the Ethan Rusbatch absolute bullet that he was throwing.
The overhead jump pass.
Love those ones. Let's see what the Nuggets can do here offensively. They have a couple of good looks, but some errant positions. Going back to Ethan Rusbatch is not a bad strategy, and can't open his campaign from downtown just yet, Ethan Rusbatch. Timmins showing off his handle. Tuach, just the length, getting up in the lane and disrupting. He goes coast to coast.
And that was him all last season for the Tuatara. Great pickup for the Otago Nuggets. Buay Tuach, kind of a super athletic, versatile wing. He was really good in transition. There's Sam Timmins again. They've got nothing for him down there right now with their bigs. Got to have a lot more resistance, and might have to look at doubling that or fronting it, something different right now, because he's just eating whenever he wants.
Nice deep through from Lewis. Tuach can definitely shoot it from downtown. Hesitated on the first one.
He had some big scoring outings last year for the Tuatara, so you're going to have to touch the basketball on those closeouts, the Sharks.
Tukaha Cooper floats it over to Simmons. Can't get the and one. Hit everything, but it's a lovely action out of the two-man game.
Beautiful action there, and Sam's playing as a facilitator himself, kind of in those flow actions, and now the recipient of, you know, an easy look off that on-ball action, and doing a great job for the Sharks to start things off. About to have his 8th points on that missed little layup there, but he'll get a couple of freebies.
Definitely going to eat up tonight. So far from what we have seen, Sam Timmins, the 6'11" big out of Otago originally. He's bounced around a little bit, played with the Nuggets for a good portion of his younger life, been with the Rams, the Bulls, and the Sharks. Back for his second year.
He played at university 4 seasons, Washington Huskies. Great career.
Had a great career with Washington. Started all 4 years, I believe.
Low-key, one of my favorite rappers in the basketball game as well.
Forbidden Fruit.
Shout out, yeah.
Forbidden Fruit, it is an absolute
get on that
track.
Spotify. Quake Webster checking in was great in the Rapid League, Maya. You know, looked like his handle and his three-point perimeter game was on point. Nice finish with his left hand as well. So he's been working on this stuff in the off-season.
Yeah, hard worker out of Southland. Great to see them rewarding that young local talent. Tuach hits a beautiful midi step back.
Beautiful. I would say they're probably a little bit of a settle for me. Would have preferred to see him kind of put his shoulder on the smaller Jones and try and get him into foul trouble early here in the game, but he can get that whenever he wants, Buay Tuach. Great pull-up.
Just had to clean some sweat off the floor, and we're back underway here. Sharks still with the 11-6 lead. So 5 minutes. Let's go on this one, of course. If you want the exclusive access and some chat between the quarter breaks, you can hit the Sky Sport New Zealand TikTok. Jones pulls from deep, Webster the O-board.
A lot of switching from the Nuggets, kind of getting mismatched there.
Stoddard, is it 9-3?
Great rebound there from wing guard, and Rusbatch, a great find.
Oh, Miller Jose.
Athletic, he looking good early in the season. Running the lanes there, and great find by Ethan Rusbatch there for the easiest of slams.
Jones kicks it over to Stoddard.
Sam Timmins is just beating on that boy down there right now.
Four defenders to try and stop him.
His head flying back, and he's not flopping at all. That's a big body to deal with. Great find there, just put it right in the pocket, and man, he sat down on that thing. He's feeling good about himself.
He can get up, that's for sure, Miller-Joes.
Love how they got the championship edition on the sleeve there, the left collar, I guess it is, Maya, just kind of showing the championship status within the NBL historically.
Yeah, well, Sharks definitely had a great run. A couple of championships under Judge Flavel. Close to one last year, and definitely a chance to go again this year. Timmins, the little floater, he is cooking early.
Yeah, he is. Just not enough size out there to deal with him right now. And you're right, Maya, historically, we were speaking about it off here. Some great teams to come out of Southland. Paul Hanare led. You know, the late, great Kevin Braswell, would be remiss not to mention his name on air. Big love, so great whakapapa down here in Southland.
100% a long-standing history down in the deep south, and we remember Kevin Braswell very fondly for the effect that he had on Southland basketball. Not only contributed, resting in love, of course. As Timmins is just proving a force to be reckoned with.
And that was a great probe there by Tukaha Cooper, and the late find for Sam Timmins, and Caleb Smiler, who's just checked into the game out of Fraser High with the foul. He was with the Nuggets last year as well.
Ramage in the mix for the Sharks, getting the young guys some burn early here. Timmins averaging 14 points and 8 rebounds a game last year for the Sharks. Him and Alec, a dynamic duo, twin towers last year, proving a very hard scout for the rest of the league.
A big loss, obviously, but some massive games still yet to come. Like we said, you know, Tobias Cameron and the likes of these guys, Asbury, you know, they're going to load up and they're going to be fine. They're going to be a real tough out this year. And it's a blessing that, you know, Quake Webster and Ramage, they get these early minutes in the season. You kind of seen that with Tukaha Cooper the last couple of years. He got jumped in out of necessity, and here he is, fully growing.
Absolutely had the chance to be a development player with the NZ Breakers as well. Jose working on Timmins there. He left it far too long.
Great job on the O boards there.
Smiler and Thutta as well in for the Nuggets. Some other young talent. Breakers cut for Ramage. Gets it to Tukaha Cooper.
Tu's got the size mismatch off the bounce over Tyson Thutta. Probably settled there as well, Maya. I'd like to see him kind of put a shoulder on him or get to the ring with his, you know, his size advantage. Very skilled Tukes.
Definitely feeling each other out. You can sense that. This first quarter action, it's always the way it goes, is Rusbatch and Timmins getting into it a little bit at the backcourt.
And both teams, I'm sorry, the Nuggets will be in the bonus now. You know, any fouls after this, the Sharks will be shooting. Sharks got one foul to give at the end of this quarter here.
Sam Timmins got to start paying rent at this Chemist Warehouse stripe. It's his third triple already, and we're only 7 minutes in.
Man's got 11 of the 14 points right now. He's going to be asking Coach Yim for a pay rise after halftime if things don't change out here, fellas.
We saw how light they were, took the responsibility.
I'm sorry, Nuggets in the bonus right now, Maya. One went up a little bit late on my end, so they'll be shooting for the rest of the quarter. Southland every time they got fouled. Again, another advantage of having such imposing size in there. Not only is he stacking up points, you know, your players are racking up fouls. And that's going to be their best way to stay in this game, Southland, I guess, right now, playing against a smaller, more versatile Nuggets outfit.
100%. Not much size beyond Timmins, aside from Totoka Wynyard, who just checked in.
And Max Stoddard's not small, you know, he's pretty bouncy.
Well, how about that from Thutta? Just checks in and bangs one from downtown.
And that's kind of the next stage for Tyson. You know, he led the Rapid League in points per game, and by the looks of things, has come down to Dunedin for a little bit more opportunity and would like to start transferring some of that success to Sal. So great shot for him to start things off the bench.
It's a nice overboard there from Jones, who tops it off to Wynyard, just couldn't make it count.
And he's doing a great job of rim running right now as well, at least, you know, keeping those bigs honest for the Sharks. And is that Zach McKenzie with the three?
Yeah, McKenzie in the corner.
The lefty.
Love to see it. Big man stretching the floor. It's back to 1 point now after a hot start from the Sharks. Jones.
Ooh, strong.
Bumps off the physicality. Selfless basketball. Probably had a shot there.
Yeah, a little back foot pivot, and probably just his size there made it a bit difficult to make that corner hit. A couple southpaws out there for the Nuggets, you know, and Lewis and McKenzie, which kind of make the angles a little bit different to mark sometimes on those closeouts. And if Zach can hit that 3 down consistently, you know, his ceiling gets a lot higher. So great to see him being aggressive from the perimeter, getting a couple of threes up already. They've got to do something with this, Maya. If you let Sam Timmons have 4 dribbles in the paint one-on-one, when he's already got as many points on the board as he has, he's going to keep stacking up.
14 early points of 17. Lindsay, that's unheard of.
I think the doctor of defense going to have to start fronting or send a double or something. And Coach Sparrow's been great in regards to the game planning with that for the Nuggets.
Tuach getting another point to go on the offensive end. He's been a welcome injection off the bench.
And Elaine Lewis looks like he definitely puts a lot of effort into working defensively, which you love to see from your imports.
Great pass there from Jones. Snow can't make it count.
Another youngster getting some burn here, Snow, who might not necessarily see it when they get 4 of their 5 starters back, but great wheel by him, just left it a bit short.
It'll be interesting to see if it's the first quarter getting them in, or they're going to be part of the rotation going forward in terms of the rest of this game.
And the old coach killer, the step on the sideline, Maya.
We've all done it. We've all done it too many times.
Just after they've hit one as well.
Yeah, he was ready for that heat check. Had Zach McKenzie on his left too in case he needed the extra pass to another shooter. Got a little horn set here into a stagger for Tuach Cooper. Well defended here by the Nuggets.
Oh, they can't go under him. I think you heard someone yell that from the sideline, and he punishes them right away. Rylan Jones, he can shoot that thing.
His second triple already of the ball game.
You don't go to Utah and Utah State at that size, Meyer, if you can't hoop.
100% definitely going to be part of his caddy is that 3-ball. Lewis doesn't look so comfortable from deep, getting to the rim on Cooper. Can't get the finish.
You can see his preference is probably to play off the bounce. My man here is not have a preference to play off the bounce, though. Reload 3 here. Ooh. Love the freedom that he's playing with, though. You know, again, if you are kind of small in stature, you have to have the ability to be able to move freely around the court and play with that kind of irrational confidence. Otherwise, what are we doing out here? You know what I mean?
Exactly right. And he just hit one, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, you got to pull that.
Otherwise, I'm going to go be a jockey or something, you know?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely right. And as a shooter, you don't often miss 2 in a row, you know? If you miss one, you're not going to miss a second often.
I actually had a young man breaking it down to me the other day on a flight on how the more shots he takes, the higher percentage the next one is of going in, and he actually won me over with it.
Because what would you know, of course, Lindsay? What would you know?
Oh, nice find there by Hen. Little reverse pivot to create space for Ethan Rusbatch on the curl. Beautiful finish by E.
Yeah, great finish by Ethan Rusbatch and a great end to the corner. Not a bad little heat there for Rylan Jones.
You can see little Dame literally shot that from the logo easy. So we got a shooter on our hands, I think, Maya, for this season to watch out for. Rylan Jones.
It's been an exciting first quarter. Kore te whanau, no mai huki mai. Welcome back here to Sky Sports. Sal's NBL back in full swing for 2026, and it's the Southern Derby. Of course, it would be rude not to start the 2026 season with such a game. The Southland Sharks hosting the Otago Nuggets, and it's been an exciting first quarter, Lindsay. We've seen some stuff that we like and we dislike from both spots.
Sam Timmons look like Will Chamberlain right now. He is on track to have, what's he got, 14 and 6? Yeah, he's on track to have like a 50-20 game, so they're going to have to adjust on that one.
Him and Rylan Jones, who just scored that bucket there, are the only Sharks to score so far.
Yeah, and again, not to sound like a broken record, but missing 4 or 5 starters, but they will need others to step up and produce this evening if they're going to have success against the Nuggets. Great find there on the back cut. 2 fouls for Buay Tuach as well, just to watch out for the Nuggets. He'll have to buy a couple minutes on the bench for their win. Great find.
Jones been a really good facilitator here early as Ramage, the young gun, gets the back cut at the foul.
It was a great cut by Ramage. You could see the man who was last on defense just lost sight of the corner, and he cut the corner for the easiest look of the layups. Almost had an and one, but get a couple of freebies here, and the Southland can get set. Sam Timmins can catch his breath, figure out how he's going to score again at the other end real quick.
Just saw Jonathan Yim and Regan Ashley having a pleasant conversation. It genuinely looks like they're enjoying each other's company in that sense.
And great to have Coach Yim in the league. You know, mad style with the sweaters and best hair in the competition.
Oh,
if you ask
hair.
me, you know, if I could pull that off, I'd be all over it. I'm going the opposite way.
Where does he get the gel? Where does he get the gel? Yeah, you need like a little donation from Yim, I think. Mackenzie finds Rusbatch. He's going to pull that all day long, and there it is, Ethan Rusbatch.
And there's that little stagger action. They run for E out of the corner, and I was wondering why Zach wasn't looking at the ring after, you know, going 1 for 2 from the three-point line, but he obviously knew that the primary action was for Ethan Rusbatch, one of the best shooters to come out of the country, and he found him, so he'll get in the assist column there, young Zach.
I like that look there from Timmins, finding the cutting snow. That corner back cut just seems to be on a fair bit there, Lindsay.
Yeah, that last man there in the smile, that weak side defender, just losing sight right now. So, you know, basketball foundations are always ball and man. Get your pistols up, you know. C2, or you're susceptible to those back cuts for the easiest of layups.
Mike Hen here in a distributing role. Decides he wants to go downhill instead. Fades away on Timmins. Not a bad move. Mackenzie cleans up the O board. Lewis now attacks the mismatch. That's an easy bucket.
Yeah, there you see, you just had the mismatch with Mac there, the big on the wing, and got by for his first points of the entire competition. Welcome to the league, Elaine Lewis.
Yeah, played in Canada previously.
There we go, Maya. They finally made that adjustment with the hard double on Sam, and the problem with that is you got a shooter out there, and if they're going to rotate off anyone, it better not be Rylan Jones.
He's only hit 3 threes.
Yeah.
How about that duo already showing some chemistry, Timmins and Jones? Lewis dumps it down to Mackenzie. It's messy. Lewis comes out with it. Rusbatch takes it on himself. Timmins just too big.
There's a couple of shots there he's altered again. Not necessarily from north-south, but just being so big, taking up space.
Timmins squares up.
Again, they don't send the double.
Burdenshaw, he can shoot it. Great rebound, Rusbatch. Nice kick ahead from
Love
the
that
Nuggets.
little kick ahead.
And one, Caleb Smiler.
Again, like heavily working in the high school space, Meyer. It's such a subtle thing, but that one kind of breakout dribble to the kick ahead, you can see there it was basically 2 dribbles and what's that? 2 dribbles, 4 dribbles for a layup, you know, against a defense that's semi-set. I think we can do a much better job just across the board of kicking ahead and letting the basketball work for some of these easy layups. Getting a little bit too bogged down in secondary actions unnecessarily, I think, at times.
Yeah,
instead of playing that primary.
100%, a little bit of a lost art form in that sense, Lindsay, especially in the professional game. And you love to see that from an import.
Oh.
You don't love to see that if you're the Otago Nuggets.
High school basketball. What? That was like a practice play there.
They could not have been any more set.
And how does Burdenshaw not dunk that? Yeah. Come on, my guy.
One chance, dude. One chance.
Oh, surprised he didn't pull that.
Going to be a travel call on Rusbatch, who's confused about that one. Jeff Sparrow seems to have no objections, I should say, sorry.
See him put up a double fist action here, which looks like a little bit of extended pressure, a little zone pressure maybe.
Well, he is the doctor of defense.
There you go. There we go. Little trap in the backcourt, speed things up. I like that different look.
Cooper from downtown, all alone. It's everything. But doesn't find the bottom of the net. That's a frustrating one as a player. And we're going to see a foul on the rebound going the way of the Night and Day Otago Nuggets.
And I guess you take that as a win if you're the Nuggets. You know, at least you didn't give up a wide open 3 to Jones or a layup to Timmins. You know, a kind of a scramble 3 to Tuach from the corner. So they'll take it with the score tied up here. Buay Tuach back in with a couple fouls and got the smaller guard on him, so he'll just play within himself. He can get that shot whenever he wants, though, Maya, against the smaller guard. So it's Styles right now, you know, at the other end. They're going to have to deal with the spacing of Jones and his perimeter shooting and Sam Timmins' interior presence.
Physical out on the perimeter there from McKenzie, closing the space of Stoddard. Jones going to have a quick break here. Webster and Ramage back in. So Yim really trusting this deep rotation into the second quarter as well.
You got to respect that out of the coach, you know, trusting his young guys. And these guys have been around the group for a little bit now, a couple years, and they had to do something similar last year. Kind of started the season off slow with some late additions and had a really successful run late. So I'm sure he takes confidence from that. And that's where Tuach is at his best, Maya, just being a menace defensively in the lanes, using his athleticism, his length to get deflections and get out for dunks.
Sharks gave up a smart foul there, stopping him in his tracks. Lucky to avoid the clear path, but did a good job stopping Tuach. Otherwise, that would have been a problem. We would have had a highlight play, that's for sure. And we're seeing our first timeout of the night, as the Nuggets have resurged from behind to take the lead 30-28. Tuach proving to be a menace in the passing lanes. Russ Badge heading up as well. And for the Sharks, you may be thinking about what else you can do offensively outside of Timmins and Jones. Not much contribution.
Right now, just to keep an eye on too, Dane Burdenshaw and Zach McKenzie have just picked up a couple of fouls, and it looks like Zach will stay in the game right now, but as a starting big, especially so undersized, they'll have to be careful to protect him for these next couple of minutes.
Jeff Sparrow taking over the night and day at Targo Nuggets this year. Was an assistant coach last year, now at the helm with some new ownership. Love the intensity from him so far.
Yeah, and you can see he's done a great job of getting, you know, a revamped group together, getting new energy around the group. Obviously had them for almost a month, which is kind of rare at this level, and they look like they've had a good build-up, respectfully compared to, you know, what kind of was put out last year at this stage. So great start early on here for the Nuggets, trying to, you know, rebuild to their glory days.
100%. 2020 was their last championship. As we take a look at the Sal's NBL Steel combo. How good does that look? A cheeky pizza and some garlic twist is $35. You can scan that QR code or use Sal's NBL 26 as we are back underway. Nuggets with a slim 2-point lead. Lewis, so physical to start things off. Stoddard must have clipped him on the arm.
You know, smart play by Lewis. You can just see he's got Quake Webster, the youngster, on him, who's unfortunately a lot younger and smaller, and just playing a bit of bully ball there to get to the cup. And love to see Tuach Cooper get a little bit more aggressive here. You know, again, kind of heavily undermanned the Sharks, and he's kind of that third option for this group, really growing into his role moving last year and showing a lot of development. So love to see him get aggressive here.
Alain Lewis, 29-year-old, makes the first from the Chemist Warehouse. He played 4 years at Carleton University in Ottawa. He's played in the Canadian National League in Macedonia, Spain and England. Now bringing his talents to Aotearoa in New Zealand. Makes both from the Chemist Warehouse. Of course, Chemist Warehouse contributing to the Hoops and Schools Fund. Every made free throw contributes towards that in cooperation with Basketball New Zealand. And there he goes, Lindsay, right on cue.
Right on cue, and I like that tough take and pretty good defense as well, but beautiful finish by Tuach. And Sharks got to be careful here. No fouls to give for the next 5-6 minutes. A little bit of foul trouble to deal with. Quake Webster's pushing his luck. Don't know if he knows they're close to the bonus. Great little wheel there by Zach McKenzie and finish with the lefty. Playing with a lot of confidence, Mike, to start the season, which is great to see from the young man.
Yeah, 5 points already from, like you said, the young gun. A big responsibility for him tonight in the starting 5, and some fair few minutes already. Is here we go in transition. Miller Jose picks up a back-to-back foul on Stoddard. Just that pressure on the full screen there.
Yeah, and you could see there Coach Sparrow and Lewis kind of chest bumping at halfway. You can see why he's got Lewis, Sparrow. If he's defensive minded, then that's a guy, that's a dog right there. He gets after it defensively. So he's going to be the leader of that for this group.
Miller Jose at the Chemist Warehouse stripe now with the Manawatu Jets. Last year, a freak athlete. Definitely plenty of highlight plays set to come from him. 6'10" out of Porirua. 27-year-old's been with the Huskies, the Saints, and of course, like I mentioned, the Jets.
Done a great job of getting him in the bonus here early, the Nuggets, and stretching this lead out to 2 possessions. Kind of turned up the, we've seen it earlier, they turned up the defensive intensity and kind of started stretching the court out to 3/4 a little bit, and it's just changed the dynamic of the game these last couple minutes.
And that pressure definitely affecting the way that these guards can even operate. Looks like they potentially could be in a zone there. I might be wrong, just some really nice packed defenses. Cooper pulls it from downtown. Great move.
There you go, Tuach. Make me look good, bro. Let's get aggressive, man. You were right, though. Might look like they might have shown zone and gone to man almost on the first pass or action. Some of these actions a little bit clunky on the sideline for the Nuggets.
Smiler finds a lane. Kicks it out to Russ Batch. Doesn't need much time to release. Here come the Sharks by way of Rylan Jones. He's got 3 triples already and 11 points.
That was a great job by Hen there, just getting back and building a wall for Buay.
Timmins, he's got 14 already. Jones could have been his 4th triple.
Tuach Wynyard checking into the game here for some minutes.
How about that battle down low from McKenzie and Wynyard, and an easy 2 for Hen. What is going on? We've seen a lot of wide open layups, Lindsay.
Yeah, game 1 of the season, I guess, Maya. That's the second wide open leak out, and Sam Timmins with a deep catch. You see they're sending Smiler there off the passer.
And there's an illegal screen from Tuach Wynyard trying to set that pin down flare action, and he was moving.
I just saw McKenzie go fly. That's all I see. Great kick ahead again. For the easiest of layups for Mike Hen. He'll be happy to get on the board there. After all the banging he's been doing at the other end. Oh,
absolutely. He has had a heck of a job going against big boy Sammy Timmins as we take another timeout. 38-33 is the scoreline. Like mentioned before, scan the QR code. Get some Friday night dinner. Treat yourself ahead of what could be a hectic weekend up here in the North Island.
See there in the back, young Will Ledger, younger brother of Josh Ledger and cousin to Charlize and Crystal. He was a late pull from tonight's game. And obviously Burton Shaw got the nod, but just another young, talented player to add to this roster for Southland moving forward. So pretty exciting for them.
I mean, when you mention the name Ledger, we have to say it. Charlize Ledger Walker creating history for Aotearoa. Oscar Goodman and her doing the NCAA March Madness double, both getting a championship with their respective schools. Amazing news for Aotearoa.
Outstanding. You know, they're going to go down in the history books forever. Never been done before. You know, representing for a country and, you know, in Charlize's instance for a culture as well. So it's been huge on so many layers. So salute to that to all of them, and obviously to that whānau who have been massive to the whole whakapapa in the game, all the way from Shorty and the sisters. So yeah, big love and salute to everybody involved in that. When they win, we all win.
100%. You could just see the country rejoicing.
And the way she carries herself and does it,
totally.
You know, it just, I think it shines a great light on all of us. Such a stand-up human being.
And then the 3-on-3 Tall Blacks, of course, winning the Asia Cup. And just on Charlize Ledger Walker declared for the WNBA draft, which is happening tomorrow, New Zealand time. So make sure you're paying attention or watching on ESPN. There's a chance our girl is going to the dub.
Oh, yeah, they say all of them Bruins girls are going. So, yeah, all the best, though, to Charlize. That's the one we're going to be watching for in this part of the world. And she deserves it after everything she's done and been through. Here we go. He's going to put his back on him and go to that post game.
Somehow got the shot to go up. I don't know how he managed to do that, but he's going to take advantage of that matchup all day long.
The spin move runner, but it was effective. You know, same thing though, Maya. You know what? You know, you get that small guard down there and get him. You know, wear him down, start getting those fouls on him, and have to go sit down so he can't be out here knocking our eyes out with these threes. That's the way to do it. Smart play by the veteran.
He's frustrated on that one. Dispatch, unlike him, to miss one of those.
You can't believe he's a veteran already, just like that. Still looking great shape though, man.
Does look good. Must be that plant-based diet.
There you go. Always had a great energy about him, E. So great to see him out here leading the crew.
33 years old. His first NBL club, in fact, was the Southland Sharks. He's
33 years young.
33 years young. That is so offensive of me to say. I'm so sorry.
We've got a little zone action type there, and Tuach Wynyard just too big right there. There's some big boys, Tuach and Sam Timmins in there.
That is no easy feat for any opposition. 4 points is the lead now for the Nuggets, looking comfortable. There's that length of Tuach Wynyard. Some nice off-ball action here for the Nuggets. Lewis pulls from downtown. Both actions.
Okay, there we go. He said, oh, you said I couldn't shoot it. Here you go, take that home with you, sir. Stroke actually looked good.
Oh, and one from Jones. Took the hit like a champ. Let's see that again.
Just kind of in the mush defense there. And Lewis looks like just such a physically imposing guard. He didn't even really know that he'd brushed him like that, but Jones went down. He'll get the extra one here.
He's probably got a few kegs on Jones.
He definitely looks like a strong combo guard, point guard, for sure. It's great to see the different styles, though. That's the beauty of basketball, you know.
Makes a 3-point play count. Does Riley Jones?
A couple small guards out here for the Sharks right now with Webster and Jones. Looking to take advantage of with the length on the wing. This one right there, Buay Tuach.
Tuach is on fire already. 9 points for him in his first triple.
Like it over there. Coach Sparrow's getting into it right now. He's like the sixth man out there. This is great to see. Bringing that energy. You know, he would have had a tough year last year, Maya. I think he assisted when they lost like 15 in a row at one point. That's a flop.
Yeah, they went 3-17 and got the wooden spoon, the Nuggets. So it was a tough year.
I understand him getting into it. You know what I mean? Good on him.
Yeah.
Great move there by Tuach. I love that. The post up just left it short, but I'd love to see him getting aggressive.
Tuach has just hit one. Uses the shot fake. Got the mismatch on Jones. Pulls it from the top. Oh, back-to-back triples for Tuach, and it's a double-digit lead.
He like playing with a cone out there right now. For him, he's just too small for him.
Oh, and that turnover is costly for the Sharks. The momentum all in the favor of the Nuggets right now.
And you have to say that the doctor of defense, if that's what they're calling Coach Sparrow, he's definitely, you know, got them playing with energy and applying themselves on the defensive end, which looks like it's got them a 7-point lead here.
And an unsurprising timeout called by Jonathan Yim here. It's gone into double digits. There's been a unforced error for the Sharks. What do you think the corridor is there from Coach Yim?
Obviously a little bit of foul trouble right now, and the pace of things has, I think, turned and playing into the favor of the Nuggets. You've seen in the first quarter they were just pumping it inside Meyer and taking advantage of Sam Timmons, and obviously that was freeing up the perimeter for Jones, and they've just turned up the defensive heat right now, the Nuggets, and it's totally stifled the Sharks and enabled them to get a double-digit lead here with less than a couple minutes left before the half on the road.
Potentially a bit more versatility in their offense as well. Tuach up to 12 points. Rusbatch has 10. Lewis up to 7 now. McKenzie chipping in with 5. Whereas the Sharks, they're doing a lot of reliance on both Jones and Timmons, who are at 14 points apiece.
A lot, you're right. And that's why Tuach needs to get aggressive, because everyone else, if they have scored, is basically on deuces or 2 points, you know. So that's why they really need Tuach as that third option, which he's doing right now. He's definitely got more aggressive in the second quarter, which is great to see. Great signs, though, from the Nuggets after what they've been through.
How's that get up? There's a little
that is Southland right there.
That is that dirty South pride. Doesn't stop once you get that gold bus card, that's for sure.
Little horn stagger for E again.
Oh, how about that? Boy, Tuach gets up for his first, but definitely not his last dunk of the season.
And these corner cuts are wide open right now, just losing that vision on the baseline. Beautiful action on the setup.
12 points the lead, Lindsay. Stoddard misses the bunny. Yeah, he looks stressed.
Just missed the sitter there. They can't draw up a better action or get a better look. Max Stoddard has to finish that, especially when Zach McKenzie's on 2 fouls. You've got to go through his chest.
Absolutely.
Oh, he can hit that.
Yeah, he likes it from downtown. He hasn't found his success just yet. But if you're the Sharks, you don't want to be giving up that shot.
No, they want to touch the basketball. They got lucky there. Boy, Tuach shooting that lane. They want to send the double if you're the Nuggets.
Going back to the tried and true formula. I'm a little too little there as well. I don't know if you saw that, Lindsay.
Totally fair game. I like this by Boy. If I'm getting aggressive right now if I'm him and going.
Interesting that the Sharks have kept with that matchup. As Hen Nice
just
left-hand push pass.
a little bit reluctant to get too aggressive because he's got 2 fouls as well and doesn't want to pick up an offensive.
Rusbanch has to throw up the hospital shot.
Whoa.
Almost makes it count. And it's going to be the final possession here for the Sharks.
We could have got a quick 2 for 1 there if they wanted to, but look like they're opting for the just 1 and 1 each. A couple subs ready to check in. Don't know if they'll see their time here.
Goes away to Timmins. Gets Burdenshaw a look. So that's Tuach Cooper.
Oh, that's a bad foul.
Not what the doctor ordered whatsoever, I think.
Coach Jim stressed out.
Yeah.
He definitely stressed out on that one.
Luckily, he can afford to lose a little bit of hair because he's got plenty of it.
There's nothing worse than fouling in the bonus when the ball is at the other end of the court with 5 seconds left when you're down double digits.
Yeah, down 10. Absolutely.
I think they might look at using their player timeout here, maybe, or do they still got a timeout to use?
Yeah, both teams still have a BNZ player timeout to use.
Wouldn't be surprised if they just use the player one though and advance it for a little sideline out of bounds play.
We definitely need it, otherwise they're going into halftime down 12 potentially after these from the Chemist Warehouse.
And Hen, you can just see off these free throws, and from watching him in warm-up, he's got a nice stroke.
Already got 3 assists. Hen.
Yeah, good passer too. Great vision, great feel. Player timeout here for the Sharks.
There it is from Sam Timmins calling the BNZ player timeout. Chance to win your ticket to the big game. You can scan that QR code. And we have 5,000 tickets up for grabs to give away to any school, community or sports groups to come along, see an NBL game in the flesh. Scan that QR code, chuck in your group's details and grab your ticket to the big game. As you can see, it's quite a spectacle. Some good hoops up and down the country.
Going to be an exciting year. A lot of local talent, you know, some talent tracking over from the Australian League as well. I believe outside the NBL 1, we have the most players playing from the ANBL in any league, so a lot of talent down here.
Final
Great
possession.
box action.
Ryland Jones makes it count on the buzzer. The American out of Utah has finished the half with 16 points.
And you young guards, look at this beautiful height that he puts on that finish. Here in Auckland called Hoop Quarters for a couple of years, and some of the community up here, some of the brothers were helping him out, trying to find his way as a kind of a raw young man, and lovely young man and family, and to see him out here contributing is great. He can shoot that thing.
He absolutely can. It's a great look for the Nuggets out the gates. And the Sharks see what they can do for their first offensive possession.
Luxury having a big that can pick and pop like that. They'll go back to the well here, the Sharks, with Sam Timmins.
Looking to get Tuach Cooper a look. Kicks it out to Burdenshaw, who has been labelled as a model from someone in the TikTok comments. You can head along to Sky Sport NZ TikTok if you want to get amongst that chat.
You could see there Sam Timmins kind of just trying to facilitate a little bit and get some of his teammates involved. Probably understands that it'll be hard to win the game with him and Ryland doing all the scoring.
Early foul here for the Sharks. Trying to get a stop on the downhill pressure of the Nuggets. Lewis. The catch to Hen. He's been great at playmaking tonight. Twist the screen. Tuach kicks to Hen from deep. Can't make it count, the big man, but he looks comfortable out there.
Yeah, absolutely. You can see if they're going to play in that kind of double or drops action, he's quite happy popping and firing away. But so having said that, they'll pick their poison. Southland, if he keeps missing, they're just going to keep defending it the same way, I would assume. Oh.
Nick Stoddard almost not even looking to get that catch, and then Ryland Jones just throws it all the way over Timmins. Messy possession.
There's that, you know, they had 7 turnovers already, and that's a sloppy one this early in the second half, you know. It kind of shows that it is the first game of the season.
Lewis brings it up. He's looking to facilitate. Nice action here from the Nuggets. Lewis just being aggressive to the rim. Stay Nuggets position. I like that. Trying to get his head down, get to the rim.
Yeah, using that size advantage right now. Trying to bully his way downhill.
Gets the on ball from Hen.
Interesting though, as a lefty, looks like he's quite more comfortable penetrating to his right than coming back to his left to finish, just as an observation.
Sometimes that is the way.
Well, a lot of right-handed dudes love going left, especially to get into their pull-ups because there's less movement.
Yeah, yeah. Were you one of those?
I'll take it any way it's going, Maya. I was one of those.
A nightmare to guard is what I'm hearing.
Oh, I was about to say that Zach McKenzie looked like he was hobbled a little bit because he's a great athlete. So Isaac Miller-Jones will check in and get him. Hopefully he's all good.
He might just fall on a bit funny and tweaked a little something. It's physical.
I like that action.
Nice batch, catches it in the mid-range. Finds something to work. A mini Gortat screen there from Jose, who snatches the O-board. Tuach all the time in the world. Great tip there from Burdenshaw to Jones. Jones. Miller-Jones does a good job to kick it with him.
Great job from the big there, walling up and stopping the guard.
Burdenshaw, no success from downtown. Here comes Tuach. This
where he's at his best.
is dangerous.
Ooh.
Oh my goodness. No way. No way!
He just hit him with the 360 push shot and trans. That's tough right there.
The John Wall patterned move.
Yeah, you're right. The John Wall. Great call, Maya.
Thank you.
Get it to him again. There we go.
What else can he do?
Hey,
do it again.
That was a heavy stop.
Nothing else Jones can do.
Stop, jump, stop, and pass there by Tuach.
Look at him. He's smiling.
He took that hit good. You see, Sam Timmons grew up with that rugby background right there. He's not going to take no charge. He just stood his ground.
Yeah, impressive job.
I think they're talking about it right now. Say, damn, bro, you big.
Mike Ken will calm things down with a couple from the Chemist Warehouse stripe.
Rocking the Karate Kid headband.
I like that. You don't see many of those nowadays.
Little Rafael Nadal joint.
Yeah, he does look like
Roger Federer.
Yeah, the haircut too. Out of Kirkland, Washington, the 28-year-old. He's been playing in Japan and Salatiga in the Indonesian League. 4-year collegiate career. Good to see him out here in Aotearoa. Plenty more to come from him, I reckon. Seeing some flashes of some real good stuff.
Looks like a skilled big. Yeah, he'll find his way. I mean, one good thing is the imports haven't been in foul trouble, which normally the first couple games, the bigs, you know, they kind of trying to find the whistle, and that's been great. They've been able to play.
Great off full cut there from Stoddard. Sparrow is animated on the sideline.
I like it, you know, within reason, as long as they're not over. I love to see it when the coaches are engaged and they're bringing energy in it, as long as they're not all over the refs and stuff. And look who's talking here. Yeah. It's awesome to see. Aggressive coverage here on the ball, Maya. From the big.
Yeah, bit of a decision there from Stoddard. Had to fire away.
Clock. That was a great call defensively.
There's a coach killer there, though, the offensive rebound. Another chance here for the Sharks. Timmons.
Short clock off the O-board.
4 seconds now. What's going on here, Timmons?
That was like Tuach's finish, the 360.
Not
Let
quite.
the ball go, E. There we go. Got a numbers advantage here. Sam's behind the ball. Probably hit the one more to the corner. Half second late. Still got it there, E.
Oh, there it is, Tuach. Off the assist from Rusbatch. His second of the game, and Tuach up to 19 points. 3 or 4 from deep.
Yeah, quiet 19 as well, but he's playing great. And great find by E there. You can see they're excited, worked up. Sparrow with the double from the sideline.
He wants to get in there and take a stab at Timmons. Great move, Sam Timmons. Been quiet so far. His first points of the half. They need more of that.
Yeah. If I'm Otago, even though I've got this buffer, I'm still sending that double, you know. Right now, there's only 2 guys that I'm worried about until somebody else starts imposing themselves.
Lewis just imposing his will downhill. Showing a real versatile player today. Sparrow looks like he's on an absolute mission on the sideline.
Yeah, I like Lewis. You know, he's got 7 points already. Could get up to 9, 4 assists. He's being a real menace defensively and leading them from that end. So solid pickup for the Nuggets. And boy, Tuach, man, they're going to be fun to watch together, those two. Because Lewis doesn't look like he needs a whole lot of shot attempts to be effective. So he can get that ball to Tuach. Fun group.
7 points from him tonight. Only actually taken 3 shots. He's got 4 assists.
And same with him, he doesn't look like he's thirsty, so it's kind of a luxury that you've got, you know, a couple of imports that are out there that'll just play what's in front of them, and they'll be aggressive or be facilitators. And young Quake Webster checking in here, trying to change the energy in the game.
was the leading scorer for the Sharks in the Rapid League game earlier tonight. Young local Southland boy from Riverton, just outside of Invercargill.
Caleb Smiler checked back in as well to get some burn here in the third.
Sam Timmins bullying on Zach McKenzie. Great touch, Sam Timmins.
Not sure why they're not sending that double. It was effective in taking that away, and if they let Sam get to that right hook, he's going to eat all game. So I'd like to see them adjust on that. Great find.
Oh, blocked away by Timmins, but slams it down. Jose and the Sally in the face of Timmins.
Great block and great hook back there, and he's looking great athletically. Miller Jones, love his energy and his movement.
Timmins thought about it, doesn't hit it. Should have just pulled it.
Yeah, a little bit hesitant, a little bit clunky on that one. Either pull it or just heavy steamroll downhill. And Zach McKenzie looked like he might have something going on with that foot again. Great find by Smiler and great rim protection. And then that was just off the spot.
And he is
flexed on him. You see young Zach limping out here. Maybe some cramp action. The cramping epidemic been buzzing me out lately. What's going on with that?
I know, sometimes it looks like someone's torn their ACL and they've just...
Back in my day.
Classic LT.
He never used to cramp.
He's never had a cramp in his life.
Oh, great. Great control there by Buay Tuach.
Ken, great move to the rim. Too long, Tuach Winya just disrupting the rhythm there.
You're trying to use his kind of footwork there to get around the big fella, but he's just too big, too much width. Great hands by Miller Jones. Great hustle as well.
He's everywhere.
Looks great for them. Great pickup from the Jets. Another one, they got him and Tyson Thutta.
Tuach, great kick to Hen. In rhythm, the catch. Still can't find a success from deep. He's 0 for 5, but it looks good.
I mean, if you're shooting 5 of them, then you probably can shoot, you know. And to go to my point earlier, the more he shoots, the better chance he's got of the next one going in, as it was told to me.
This is true. This is true, LT.
Miller Jones on them boards again, picking up another position and a foul for the Sharks. So,
yeah, loving what I'm seeing from him. 6 points off the bench, 5 rebounds and 3 steals already, and a block to go along with that. It's not bad.
He's been great for them, and obviously working with Coach Sparrow's been working wonders for him early in the piece. Hen will get a quick break.
It's a pretty decisive lead at the moment for the Nuggets. They've just shot out to it, 62-46.
Foul trouble as well, Maya. They've got no fouls to give, so they can't really turn up the heat too much. Otherwise, they're just going to be giving up free throws, so they're going to have to be smart.
Has to be said, though, Lindsay, the Sharks still expecting essentially a starting 5. Max Darling out, Cameron Inga, Asbury, and another import yet to announce. They're all overseas, and
Will Ledger, probably
Will Ledger.
6th, 7th man.
Yeah, was it late?
Great find.
Tuach just gets the contact there from Stoddard. That kick ahead that you love so much there, Lindsay.
And again, like, yeah, it's subtle, but you see how effective it is, right, Maya? If we're constantly just putting pressure on the defense, putting pressure on the referees, getting to the free throw line, creating rhythm and confidence, it can be overwhelming for another team, especially if they're undermanned, and you can see them kind of getting frustrated and a little bit of fatigue setting in as well because they can't rotate as deep as they normally do. So I'm loving what I'm seeing from the Nuggets early on.
I do believe that's Stoddard's third as well.
Yep, and they'll be in the bonus for the next 3.5, so tough sledding right now.
Tuach makes it a 20-piece on the night for him.
He looked good. Went to Mexico after the Tuatara and come back looking great right now.
Yeah, had a great season with the Tuatara last year. 16 points and almost 5 rebounds a game. Had 31-piece against the Tauranga Fight. Labelled as a swingman, and that's just the truth. He really does it all, Tuach. Here come the Nuggets
Great
again.
Kick ahead, Maya.
They love the pace. Tuach goes to the left hand. Webster tried to get that cheeky foul call there.
That'll be his 4th. He actually did the right thing. The problem is Buay was just so athletic, he adjusted his body in the air, which is probably most of the games Webster's been playing in. There's not many guys that can do that. But Buay just jumped and went, I'll just go on this side of your body.
That's a welcome to the league kind of moment.
Yeah.
Just, alluded to that foul trouble. 4 for Webster, 4 for Ryland Jones, their starting point guard / import, who has had a good game offensively so far. 3 fouls for Stoddard, 4 for Webster, like I mentioned. And for a team that's already running thin.
Love what I've seen from Jones, but I would assume that'll probably be the one kind of thing he'll have to work through this year. You know what I'm saying, Maya? Being a smaller guard, having people kind of game plan to attack him and physically kind of beat away at him. Similar to what I've seen Dellavedova and them doing to Bryce Cotton the whole year. You know what? Sorry, the whole series in the AMBL, just like beating them down physically that way. That'll be the Sharks' adjustment. But it'll be a lot easier when they've got those other boys around to kind of support him.
Yeah, Caleb Asbury taking a little bit of heat off of him.
Absolutely. You can push him off the ball, and man, hate to see him coming off turnouts. Or you help off him, and it's going to be a problem.
And of course, Cameron in there for some more playmaking. Yeah. They still have an import even yet to announce. There's just so much more to the Sharks team to come.
Pretty sure Asbury led or was close to league leaders in assists last year as well as a facilitator. Yep. So
yeah, was the league leader, that's for sure. A block on the perimeter by none other than Miller Jose, who's having himself a game today.
Beautiful find, and still playing off these kicker heads and with his pace, Meyer, and they're rewarded. And Miller Jones rewarded for his defensive intensity, alertness. Wheeling on the baseline, will get a couple of free throws.
Tuach Wynyard just late there on the rotation. Did his best to contest. As Miller Jose, the 27-year-old at the Chemist Warehouse. Of course, every make on the Chemist Warehouse stripe goes toward contributing to the BB&Z and Chemist Warehouse Hoops and Schools program. 10 points a game and 6 rebounds last year for Miller Jose. Battles that second one out. Doesn't make either of the two, and that's free pizza for everyone in the stadium, I believe.
Oh, that was what the cheer was about. Okay, I got you. Caleb Smiler with the little ticky-tack one there, unfortunately, on the O-board. Riley Snow checking in for some burn, these young guys.
Yeah, he's going deep into his bench, old him.
Doesn't really have a choice.
No, he doesn't.
Unfortunately, at this stage. Oh, great shoot by Zach, who's still kind of half hobbled out there by the looks of things.
Yeah, manages to still get a turnover, even hobbling. Yim just looking frustrated, potentially a little bit flustered.
Okay, here, is this our guy?
Nah, it's not.
He was so excited, he took his whole singlet off. Love it.
Harry Bezit.
This is exactly what you want, though.
Absolutely.
Ain't nothing worse than looking down the bench and they taking their time to get up there. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, absolutely right. He couldn't be more excited.
There you go. You've always got the guy that's staring holes in you at the end of the bench. Hey,
every
yeah, I want that guy.
I'm ready.
Yeah.
I think Toby Hunt is well due for a
great
sub.
Find.
Smiler too long on that one. Tuach, just the length, the athleticism. He is having himself a night. 3 steals.
And that's him. That's where he lives at. You know, just a pest defensively, athlete, running lanes, great finisher. Coach Sparrow is engaged in this game. He is over there in the stance.
Kuta, quiet by his standards tonight.
Good D.
Tuach gets back up on his feet. Cooper from downtown.
Good D.
Burdenshaw somehow came up with the O-board, made something happen for them. But like you were saying, Lindsay, a great defensive position for the Nuggets.
Yeah, Bezit there, he's just got to get a hit when that shot goes up and finish that position. But otherwise, it was a great kind of 22 seconds from the Nuggets. They just need to finish positions. And
G. Sparrow just absolutely stitching up Thata there, saying he's going to get on and then saying, actually,
I'm sure he'll get him in. He'll get him in.
Oh, absolutely he will. The great impact off the bench for Thata. He's got 5 points. Had a triple when he came in, yet to miss a shot.
Yeah, what a luxury adding him to their roster.
Totally. Dane Burdenshaw misses the first from the Chemist Warehouse and misses the second. There's Snow on the O-board. Burdenshaw from deep. Doesn't have any luck from downtown tonight. Known to be a good shooter from deep, Lindsay.
He struggled a little bit to start the season, but like you said, known to be a shooter, and shooters shoot, so nobody's touching the basketball. He's going to need to continue to be a spacer for this group. And if I'm the Nuggets, I'm getting to the paint right now. We're in the bonus, and we'll just keep killing you softly.
And doing a great job being a playmaker in that 5 spot. Smiler, indecision.
Probably had the little shot there, just second-guessed himself, a half beat.
Hebster. Timmins.
Missed Tuach on the back cut there.
Snow now having to play make. Webster floats it into Timmins. They're going to let him cook. No double comes. Nice try to touch it off the glass there, Timmins. Too long. Here comes Lewis. He's dangerous, ball in hand. Great pickup. Tried to float it over to Bezzett. Didn't quite get it to go. Cooper now. Timmins surveying.
Just getting a little bit terminal off these kind of actions and semi-trans now, you know, just dumping it into Sam in the kind of semi.
Success so far.
Yeah, in all honesty, it was a really tough watch mini games last year, you know, and for them to be missing Bardsley today and Martin and to still roll this type of product out here, you've got to be super stoked if you're the Nuggets. And I love the energy that I've seen from Coach Sparrow. You know, he's definitely engaged and cares about this group, and you can see it's similar to what Coach Yim brought to the Sharks last year. You know, you can see that they're revitalized by having him there.
Sometimes that's all you need. And of course we have to talk about the fact that long-time Nuggets stalwarts, Darcy Knox and Josh Aitchison, no longer with the squad, gone to pursue overseas opportunities. They've been part of the Nuggets for as long as I can remember. But sometimes you just need a fresh start.
Absolutely, as difficult as it is, and somebody need to send the scouting report down to them that Sam Timmins likes going to the right hook, so they can try and send him to the other side at least.
He's had about 22 points of those tonight.
And off about 3-4 dribbles minimum each time.
Absolutely. Tata likes that shot. Far too long.
Probably settled there. Had Quake on him, I believe, who's in foul trouble. I'd prefer if he attack him.
Jones back in the mix.
Back out here with some foul trouble himself, which obviously with them having to sit him, Maya really hurt them in the third. That's basically when they stretch this thing out. And if you coach Yim in the future, maybe you've got a decision that you just have to roll the dice and keep him out there and play like a passive type zone defense to try and protect him. Because, I mean, if he's basically scoring along with Sam 75-80% of your points and you got to go sit him down for foul trouble for a whole quarter, it's going to be a problem to keep things close.
And we can see that in the scoreline, 50 points.
And through that, they were able to attack kind of the second guards and get them into foul trouble straight away as well.
Final possession of the third quarter here for the Nuggets. Who are they going to go to? Miller Jose on an island. Lewis has to make something work. Dying seconds. Too late for Tuach. It's a great look for the Nuggets, who actually walk away with a dominant 50 to the Otago Nuggets, the wooden spoon of 2025, rewriting their story early days here, 68-50, a dominant third quarter performance. They've just run away with it.
Yeah, and from a confidence standpoint, this will do wonders for this group. You know, obviously last year would have been difficult for them to walk into the building a lot of times, and I'm sure they'll really ride this wave, even though it's week one, game one. Great start for them. Quake Webster, he'll get the nod here to start the fourth, along with Caleb Smiler. And Isaac Miller-Jones continues to sit off the bench, and great look there for Rylan Jones again. He was lights out in the first half, and when he had to sit, the lead stretched out significantly. So if he can get hot here, they might have a chance to bridge the gap.
Fourth triple of the game for Rylan Jones. If you missed it, we are live on Sky Sport NZ TikTok. We've been chatting, and between the breaks, the main consensus is that Toby Hunt needs to get in the game. Even the Sal's NBL TikTok commented, we want Toby Hunt. And LT, another comment.
I told Tuach I'm with it. I want Toby Hunt too.
Leighton Hamilton was in the comments there, just congratulating LT on the Māori head coach role. We kept quiet about that one.
Oh, I appreciate you, Leighton. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, really stoked about the opportunity to represent Māori Tāne as the head coach and represent our culture. I'm super excited at the opportunity.
Very deserved opportunity for you, LT, as Buay Tuach continues to light it up. What an opening stanza he's had.
That'll be 28 for him. He's about to have a 30-piece. There's still eight plus minutes in the fourth quarter. Coach is smart. He'll let him get loose and get some numbers on the board. Another turnover for the Sharks.
A few unforced errors for the Sharks tonight, just a little bit out of sync.
You're a little bit sloppy, and again, some of that will be, you know, not to sound like a broken record, but I know I am. They are missing 4 out of 5 starters, plus potentially another import, so they can reel out a whole different team a month from now.
very early doors.
And these are like tall blacks, international level players that we're talking about. Playing out of that post again, Lewis.
He finally finds some success from downtown.
You see the opposite, you got the point guard posting out, kicking out to your 4-5 man. Welcome to 2026.
Absolutely, that is modern basketball at its finest. And another turnover for the Sharks. Yim is...
They just stayed the course, so I'm sure it'll be similar kind of corridor this week for the Sharks, although they will acknowledge they need to get better.
49% from the field for the Nuggets, 37% from downtown. Just the 6 offensive rebounds, but just seen so effective on both ends of the floor.
See, 15 turnovers though, Maya, from Southland is like, it's very difficult to win at any level when you're giving 15 extra possessions away. They'll go back to this post again.
Rosbach bullies his way through, can't get the touch. Here come the Sharks in transition, led by Timmins. Burden short into Stoddard, behind the back dime. How about that from the Twin Towers?
Beautiful find from Max Stoddard there. Easiest delays for Sam Timmins, just hanging around here. Time and score if you're the Nuggets, just taking the air out of the ball a little bit on the road here.
Jose gets it to Lewis. He's been really good at the helm of this Nuggets squad tonight.
Oh, good catch.
Hen fades away on a dime. Oh, okay.
They were asking where Jokic is at. That was very Jokic-esque right there. Front foot stop, fade away.
Nothing but net as well. Tuach, the longer Tuach on Jones. Can't find a lane.
He's stuck.
It is a cheeky move there from Jones.
It really was. Great defense by Tuach, just kind of cardinal sin of jumping unnecessarily when he's that long and athletic. He could have just walled up, and I think it would have been hard for Jones to get anything off.
Just third foul there for Tuach.
He's done a great job of staying out of foul trouble. He got those 2 early, Maya.
Yeah, he did. We were worried about whether or not that might be a tough night, but it's just well. Ryland Jones, 19 points on the night for him. Playing his rookie pro season after a 6-year collegiate career. That's got to be some sort of record.
You've got Buay Tuach and Sam Timmins both on 28 respectively for their teams.
Toby Hunt there in the background. Plenty of our TikTok commenters are begging for Toby Hunt to get in. The young man out of Wāmuru was the secondary school nationals MVP last year for Shirley High School, and has moved back to Dunedin to get amongst in the Sal's NBL.
I'd love to see Southland just kind of turn up the heat defensively here, even if they stretch out kind of to like an extended zone defense up the court or something, just to change the momentum of the game. But right now, just kind of conceding, I guess. Haven't committed a foul this quarter, playing at a relatively slow pace.
Jones directing traffic. Gets it back from Wynyard. No good from downtown. Lewis now pushing the pace.
Rebounding.
Oh, a little handle there from Lewis. Shows out. Goes against the smaller Jones. Getting the highlight play, Lewis.
That's exactly what you want to see from him. You know, he's got the smaller guard and just continuing to probe, and it's so difficult to mark multiple probes as a guard. You know, you can often cut off the first or second action, but they hit you with 3 of them, and it's tough. You know, did he just foul out on that one?
Yes, he did. Yep, he was kind of playing with fire a little bit, being on 4 there. So Ryland Jones in his pro rookie game will foul out with 20 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, and 4 of 11 from deep.
You know, again, solid start for this young man coming off his first pro career in a foreign country. You'll be happy with 20 points as an individual and show that you can stroke the ball, but I'm sure there'll be plenty of tape for them to watch and work on. And if you're Lewis, a smart play to get your opposition point guard fouled out for the game and have to go sit down.
Great catch there from Timmins, being absolutely hounded by the length of Hen and Miller-Jose.
So you'll see a lot of that to finish this game now that Ryland Jones is gone and Sam's basically the only one in double digits. He's going to see a lot of bodies to finish this last 6 minutes, and I'd say there'll be a little bit of fatigue as well. Mike Hen will get a quick blow here. Just some really good minutes for the Nuggets.
28 points and 11 rebounds for Timmins on the night. Taking down on Miller Jose.
Late double there by Zach McKenzie, and it was effective.
Dispatch slows it down. No need to rush for the Nuggets. Lewis has Jack Ramage, the young gun. Well done defensively.
He's athletic, Ramage, and did a great job of walling up there to get the deflection.
5.5 to go here. It's been Nuggets all long in the second half. 79-58. Timmins goes to work down low, and he officially has a 30-piece.
30, 11, and 4. You can't ask much more for young Sam Timmins. I mean, again, I love his game. I think he...
This economy.
Not bad at all.
That'll get you about 2 kilometres of petrol. Had to do it. Had to do it.
It's all right. We're going to all post up for a couple of days with this weather coming through and stay safe and save our petrol, you know?
It's going to a good
Look
time.
after each other.
Yeah. Stay safe out there, whānau, for anyone in the North Island likely to be affected by the cyclone this weekend.
There's that stagger action for E out of the corner and turns down the 3 for the nice little left-hand scoop, I guess we call it.
Yeah, not a bad little, a quiet little 12 points on the night for Russ Batch. He's only hit the 1 triple, but done a good job getting to the rim. There he is, right on cue. Throws the dime. Back to Russ Batch it goes. No, it's Hen, and he gets the nice finish.
Hey, and of all of those guys, I'm throwing the ball to Tuach on the break there.
Absolutely. Come on now.
He needs his 30-piece too.
Yeah, he's at 28. Tuach. Cooper can't add to his tally. Miller Jose slows things down. Tuach been so impressive in his opening campaign.
He hasn't forced anything. Just taking the air out of the ball here. The Nuggets getting second, third side touches. Miller Jones has been outstanding for them. Maya on the boards, energy, defense.
So
great
active.
pickup.
Yeah, so active in his roll off the bench.
More guard post up. I love to see this guard post up, and I hate to say it, but that's a weak hook.
He was just showing Webster a little something. And that would have been Webster's fifth. So
yeah, I love it that they're going to it though. You know, I kind of don't. There's a lot of cookie cutter stuff that goes on in a lot of the leagues around here, and I love when, you know, teams play what's in front of them. And if you've got smaller guards and, you know, they're hurting you at one end with their speed and their spacing, and let's bully them in the paint and try and get them to sit down that way.
yeah, Lewis is a key to that kind of style of play with his strong stature and his size.
Yeah, physicality. Looks long too. So, yeah, I'd say we'll see a lot of post play out of their guards. Russ Batch, another one too, that can kind of play out of that post and shoot that little fadeaway off the glass. The lost art of the glass. Anthony Edwards.
3.5 here to go in this final quarter. Great to have Sal's NBL action back in 2026. Plenty of hoops still to come this weekend if you're tucked away for the Cyclone, where you've got plenty of viewing to come. You've got the Hawks and the Phi tomorrow, Tuatara and the Bulls, and the 09 a matchup. The Rams and the Giants on Sunday.
Surely it's time for some Toby Hunt now, Maya.
Man, we're
Getting to that
dangerously
3-minute
close.
mark. We up 20. Feeling good.
You're probably safe.
Get them young boys in.
Come on, give the fans what they want.
Great hustle. Love to see them on the floor still at the stage of the game. That's how we do it there by Riley Snow. First to the floor. Great sportsmanship shown by Caleb Smiler as well.
Smiler, his older sister Kaylee, just finished up a, long career. BYU. As the teams head back to the bench for 3 and some change here to go. And what's been an impressive first outing for both of these squads.
I'm saying we get Buay Tuach's 30 piece and then we'll get him out for Toby Hunt, get the young boy in.
Come on. There are some desperate fans.
Hey! Oh! He tried to run that little alley-oop play off the out of bounds. I like that. Get Miller Jones some love. Hey! Oh!
That would have been the 30 piece. Wynyard showing a little bit of skill, a bit of razzle-dazzle.
To the left. Beautiful.
There it is.
Beautiful counter and no board from the young fella to get on the board. And like, I know he's in 4 fouls right now, but why would you not be pressuring the ball if you're the South Coast Sharks right now? What have you got to lose?
You need it. You need it.
Oh,
Miller Jones. What a night he's had off the bench.
just a little keep action there and used his mobility to get around the bigger, stronger Wynyard. And beautiful reverse finish for the and one. See, so I think Coach Yim's going to get some young boys in now. Kind of concede.
This has got to be the trigger point for getting Toby Hunt in. If you don't know, we are live on the Sky Sport NZ TikTok. That is every single Friday in the Sal's NBL, and we are getting hounded in the comments. I'm talking, we've got TikTok accounts called Toby Hunt fans asking to get Toby Hunt in. There's 2.5 minutes to go. Will we see it?
Yet to see any movement on that bench over there.
Yeah, quiet down there. Webster can't get the lay. Back-to-back buckets for Wynyard.
Good job on the boards there. I'd love to see Quake Webster go to that left hand. We've seen him using the rapid lead there on that finish, but great job from his big to have his back on the finish. Love playing E off those corner pin downs, and he's been pretty effective as a scorer and a facilitator this evening.
Great kick ahead there from Webster, but a nice little interception and disruption there from Smiler.
Love the idea though, you know, on the kick ahead, just get you an easy one. Okay, getting some bodies through now. Buay Tuach will check out, outstanding game for him. Tatapaese. Carrie Bizzett checking in.
Tipped away again by Smiler. Great job being active off the ball.
He's had a solid game. Smiler contributing defensively in his role offensively.
Webster to inbound. Plenty of minutes for him today. He's played 20 off the bench.
Tough angle there on that inbounds to lob it to the post from the front.
Great takedown hill. Webster.
It's got to be a charge.
Oh, there it is.
I say, man, give the young fella some love. Just got his sternum broken by a center import.
He didn't put his body on the line for nothing.
Hey, good on the young fella. It's exactly what you asked, chest in front. It takes a lot of courage to do that against a bigger body, to stand your ground on the hardwood. So, good man.
Teetering on that 5 foul mark for Webster.
Good on him.
He's drawn 2 offensive fouls now.
Hey, if I foul out in a 20-point blowout, well, what am I going to lose? Whoa, that's a
Cairo
finish,
lead.
but yeah, the late addition.
Very late addition.
A little crowd love for him. Wasn't even supposed to suit until not long before the game, with Will Ledger being withdrawn due to late injury, unfortunately.
And now he's got his first Sal's NBL points.
Another board for Totoko Wynyard. Nice to see him catch some rhythm late in this fourth.
He's quietly picked up 7 rebounds off the bench.
It's a big screen right there.
That's a big boy.
Yeah.
He's a big boy. Webster.
Mr. Jones is like, man, that's a big boy. Some big boys down here.
Tata does a good job running in transition, just adding to that tally for the Otago Nuggets. And we are under the 1 minute mark. Nuggets.
Is there a Toby Hunt on the sideline there, Maya?
There's everyone but a Toby Hunt. This is heartbreaking. I can't watch it. I can't even look at the TikTok comments. Webster, he's trying his hardest.
Good D. They're playing it right out here, the Nuggets. And I would say probably another work on if you're talking about turnovers and obviously spreading the scoring load. Maya, the Sharks have really been hurt in transition defensively this evening. Giving up some really easy leak outs that are just confidence-wise, they really hurt you when you give up shots that are that easy, no resistance. So hopefully that's something that they can plug up during the week before their next game. Yeah,
we've seen the entire bench get in. Just Toby Hunt still with the warm-up top on. That is gutting scenes.
Time out here, though. Come on, coach.
Yeah, come on, put him in.
Come on.
Come on, Jeff. It's only 30 seconds.
Come on.
Did he get in trouble or something? Maybe the Toby Hunt fans can tell us if he got in trouble.
No, he seemed like a good guy. Timeout, Coach Ian. Okay, interesting. He really do need all of these points.
Well, they're likely to be in playoff contention down the stretch, you know.
And what a great time to kind of work on your inner game, you know, scenarios. You do it at training anyway, and there's no one there, so why not do it here?
Obviously, a disappointing night at home for the Sharks to be doing this in front of the home crowd, but those Deep South fans, they're loyal. They'll be coming back. What else are they gonna do? I'm joking. I'm joking. I actually love Invercargill. I didn't mean to say that.
Hey, Maya, look.
Is he in?
Here.
He's in!
Hey.
Oh my gosh, the TikTok fans are not going to believe their eyes.
By Coach Sparrow, well done.
Got him. Bit of extra entertainment, you know?
That's awesome. Now all we got to do is run a play to get him on the scoreboard, and what a day it's been for the Nuggets.
There is Toby Hunt fans just spamming the TikTok comments as we're live on TikTok right now, and they are stoked.
And he's still locked in here. He's still locked in. I respect it.
I'm actually scared.
Playing it out.
I think now everyone's getting behind, even if they didn't know Toby Hunt, they're like, yeah, Toby Hunt's in. They put the cheat code in. Someone said.
If we can help grow his stature in the TikTok world, so be it.
Best day of my life, said Toby Hunt fan. Liam Boomer getting some love as well. Oak Chisholm, he was great in the Rapid League.
He was, captained them. He was real great all over the place. Let it go, young fella. Facilitating. Hey, got him an assist right there.
Yeah, Oak Chisholm, the young gut, getting amongst.
Play a timeout here for the Sharks. Advance the ball and work on their end of game. Sideline out of bounds.
There is the Brains Trust, Coach Yim and Andrew Wheeler. The BNZ player timeout, a chance to scan that QR code. There's 5,000 tickets available to get your school, community or sports groups along to a Sal's NBL game this season. Scan the QR code and get amongst. Dying second to this one. What can the Southland Sharks conjure up? Get it into Jack. He's asking for a high on ball, won't get it. Attacks on the one, the only Toby Hunt.
Great D from the young fella.
Out of bounds, and it will be the Otago Nuggets possession, the final of the game before they run away with victory.
The fans were right, Maya. He got him an assist. Great wall up. 30 seconds.
BNZ player timeout now called for the Otago Nuggets. Who are you going to?
You gotta go to Toby Hunt if we on the TikTok vibe. Do you know what I mean? Try and get the young fella on the board. Tyson's already scored. Oak's already scored.
Scan that QR code like we just mentioned. Your ticket to the big game available.
Are you working on like real life scenarios here, Maya, or you trying to hide stuff at this stage of the season?
I don't think you want to show too many of your cards at this point. That's a good look.
He had him on the
Liam Boomer. No good. Toby Hunt. Can he do it? Toby Hunt on the buzzer!
Yes.
Oh, TikTok is gonna explode, Lindsay.
That's the most excited I've been on a blowout score from a rookie in a long time. Well done, Mr. Hunt.
It feels like he's just hit a game winner. And with that, the Otago Nuggets, they run away with victory. 95-6.